Deep in Hollow Pines Forest stood an old house, its roof sagging, windows blackened with rot. Locals whispered about the family who once lived there. They vanished one winter night, doors locked from the inside, dinner still warm on the table. 20 years later, Claire and her husband Daniel bought the house, dismissing the stories as small-town gossip. The price was too good to pass up, and the forest was beautiful during the day. On their first night, Claire woke to scratching, faint, rhythmic, coming from the walls. She nudged Daniel awake. "Probably squirrels," he muttered, half asleep, but the sound moved, from one wall to another, then up to the ceiling. By the third night, it wasn't scratching anymore. It was whispering. Muffled voices bled through the walls, speaking in a language Claire couldn't understand. The whispers grew louder near the basement door, a door swollen shut, painted over decades ago. Curiosity gnawed at her. One afternoon, while Daniel was out, Claire found a crowbar in the shed and pried the door open. A foul stench rushed out, thick and rotting. The stairs descended into darkness. She shouldn't have gone down. The basement walls were covered in handprints, hundreds of them, tiny and black like soot burned into the wood. At the far end stood a mirror, tall and cracked, its surface rippling as though alive. Behind her reflection stood people, dozens of them. Their faces were pale, hollow-eyed, mouths hanging open in silent screams. Claire spun around. No one was there. But in the mirror they pressed closer, their hands slapping the glass. A child's voice whispered behind her ear, "You opened the door. Now you can't close it." Claire screamed and ran upstairs, slamming the basement shut. She begged Daniel to leave that night, but when they returned with movers the next morning, the house was empty. No furniture, no personal belongings, no sign Claire had ever been there. Only the mirror in the basement remained, cracked, rippling, with Claire's face pressed against the glass, screaming silently for help.